Welcome back to the kitchen, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the process of making homemade mashed potatoes. Again, anytime that you cook, you want to make sure you have parent permission and you do it under their supervision. In order to do mashed potatoes, a couple things that you do need to have. Either a veggie peeler. I have two types. This is my personal favorite one. But a veggie peeler is good to have, as well as or you could use a paring knife as well. They both will help remove the outer skin from off of the potato. So, at this point, we have our whole potato, and we're going to, on our cutting mat, take our potato, using our chef knife. So again, with parent permission and their supervision, we're going to cut our potato. And this. And so with our chef knife, we're going to take our knife, we're going to cut our potato. A little suction on there. And then we're going to cube our potato off. Hopefully y'all can see that. Let me move some things closer so that y'all can see a little bit better. Take our knife and just cube off our potato. And so for a family of 4, a potato, you want to take about potatoes about this size, maybe 6 of them would be enough for a family of 4. And it may give you some leftovers as well. So we have our potatoes cubed off, and we're going to set them in water because potatoes will do what's called enzymatic browning, which means that the potatoes will brown and turn ugly looking, and that's something that we don't want to have. So I have below all potatoes, and we're going to add them to cold water, and then we want to make sure that our potatoes are seasoned with salt, all water seasoned with salt. And then we're going to continue to cook them until they're fork tender. Potatoes are on the stove now, and they're going to continue to cook. I have a lid on them to help encourage the water to boil, and then we're going to keep an eye on them until they become fork tender. So potatoes are boiling. I'm just going to give them a quick stir, and you can check them if you want to see if they're fork tender. So obviously they need more time to cook, so we're just going to let them do their thing. Alright, so we're going to test our potatoes, and they should be ready. They should be fork tender, and our fork goes right through them. So we're going to cut our water off. Take our pot holders, and we're going to pour our potatoes in our colander. We're going to add our potatoes back to our pan. That way the residual heat will dry our potatoes. And then, that was my timer to let me know my potatoes would be ready. And then we're going to take what's called a food meal. And we're going to take our potatoes, scoop them into the food meal, just like we did our apples, and process our potatoes. So we turn it, and what's going to happen is we're going to push our potatoes through, and you can kind of see what that looks like there. And I'm going to keep doing this until all of our potatoes are completely processed. By using the food mill, we get a nice smooth texture, and it keeps us from having a lot of lumps in our mashed potatoes. So last but not least, we're going to warm up some milk and butter, because you never want to add cold milk to your potatoes. So we're going to heat up milk. This is about 1 cup. And to that we're going to add a half a stick of butter. And we're going to let that come to temperature. Need salt in there. So at this stage our butter has melted, which means our milk is warm. We're going to turn off our heat. And we're going to add slowly our milk. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen, nice, smooth, creamy mashed potatoes.